We now have confirmation from Lucasfilm that the Mandalorian is actually Bo-Katan Kryze in The Mandalorian Season 3. This comes from the show's executive producer and director, Rick Famuyiwa. If anyone who saw the show, you probably already figured this out, but we are getting now confirmation from people within Lucasfilm here. Famuyiwa previously teased that this was the case at Star Wars Celebration back in April. As reported by Screen Rant, he said, I think now with Bo possessing the Darksaber, I know that there was a lot of expectations that might have shifted, both in terms of what it meant for Din Djarin, but also for Bo and what does it mean? Who is the Mandalorian at this point? And so I think it could be anyone. And I think that's what they're trying to define in many ways, is what does that mean to be Mandalorian? In another interview, he said, I think at the end of it, it's always been about this core relationship with Din Djarin and Grogu. And I think we have just been trying to service the story, that story of this reluctant father figure and his child. So he kind of teased that Bo was the next Mandalorian, and then he kind of also pivoted that it's still about Din Djarin and Grogu. And then he continued and said, and where that adventure has taken us has sort of pushed the show and pushed the boundaries of the show as that relationship has grown, and Din Djarin has been on this journey to sort of do right by these decisions he's made. It's sort of forced us and put us in a position of having to make the show bigger, and that's taken us to different places. And this season is certainly a big example of that, because it ain't just one Mando, it's a lot of Mandos, and there's a mommy. I guess, I don't know. I never got that vibe at all. I guess there might have been a couple scenes with that, but it's just bizarre, and I think they're just trying to pick up on some weird social media Twitter trend that's just I find just absolutely bizarre. But this is where we got confirmation that Bo-Katan is indeed the Mandalorian, the namesake of the show for the third season. He said this during Disney Gallery Star Wars The Mandalorian, the third season, episode 1, the making of season 3. He said, Bo, in many respects, this season is also the Mandalorian, because it's so much about her story and her journey and her sort of initial ideas of going back and bringing her people back together that got derailed after she lost the Darksaber. The show's creator, Jon Favreau, added, she earned her stripes in adventures that we've all seen from Nobility, and she's been part of Death Watch. She's existed in many different contexts, and she's also a character where there's room for development. So there you have it. They have confirmed that Bo-Katan Kryze was indeed the titular character for The Mandalorian Season 3. And can you really be surprised? This is Lucasfilm. This is what they do. They take their male characters and literally replace them with female characters. You can't make it up. This is their MO. And it usually ends in disaster, and that is indeed what happened with Season 3. And I really can't wait to see what the numbers are when we get to Season 4. They're going to be pretty bad, I would imagine, especially compared to Season 2 and maybe the beginning of Season 3.